So today I want to share that how I doubled my income in 4 months as a hairstylist. So if you are a hairstylist and working really hard every day, but your income is still isn't changing, I want you to listen to this episode because years ago I was exactly where you are. I was working all the time. I was tired. I was burned out. And I kept thinking how I can make more money. But the answer, it wasn't working more. In fact, within about 4 months, I doubled my income. And today I want to share that what I actually did because it wasn't one magic technique. It started with understanding what I was missing. So the moment that changed everything for me, so years ago I was working constantly. I was doing clients, I was trying to make my money. I was taking time away from my family because I was scared that if I didn't work, I would lose clients and lose my income. And then one day, my son said something to me. He said, Mom, I hate school. Can I stay home with you? And that hit me really hard because I realized I was working so much that I didn't have the time I want with my family. And I make the decision. I need to find a way to work less and earn more so I can have more time with my kids. That was the beginning. But here's what I want you to understand. Making decision didn't double my income. I couldn't just say I want to earn more. And I sit there and wait more money to come. So I realized if I want a different result, I have to learn something different and become someone different. So at first, I decide who I want to become. I knew that day I loved blonde. So instead of trying to be everything to everyone, I decide I want to be specialized in blonde. And that was my first step, my identity. So I start seeing myself differently. But then I asked, how can I make my blonde different? How can I become better? How can I create something that clients really want? And that's when I start listening. So I listened to what clients actually want. I start paying attention to what my clients were saying. Not just I want this color. I want to know what they didn't like about the experience. And one thing I hear was, I hate the process. They didn't want appointment after appointment. They didn't want to keep coming back trying to achieve the color they wanted. And they didn't want brassiness on their blonde hair. They want beautiful blonde, but they want better experience getting there. So I thought, okay, how can I solve that problem? Now I had something specific to learn. So every night I learned from around 9 p.m. to midnight. I would sit in bed researching blonde, balayage, lightening, formula, toning, different technique. I want to understand, why does this work? Why doesn't this work? How can I do better? But it is the important. I didn't only consume information because I watch hundreds videos. It doesn't automatically make you a better hairstylist. I had to practice. So every morning I use my hand to practice. Before I went to bed, I just put the mannequin and all my tool on the kitchen bench. So when I wake up in the morning, everything was ready there. So I force myself, if I have spent 5 to 10 minutes before work, I would practice, maybe sectioning, maybe placement, maybe something I learned the night before. So the thing is, at night I learned, in the morning I practice again, again, and again. Because I want the knowledge in my head to become a skill in my hand. So and then I realized technical skill wasn't enough. Also, I had to become better at communicating. So how do I talk to my clients? How do I understand what my client actually want? How do I explain what I am recommending? How do I communicate the value of what I am doing? So I practice consultation too. I would think before the clients came, what I'm going to ask, how I'm going to explain this, what I can say differently. And then I listened, how I did the clients respond, what question did she ask, what did she love, what wasn't working. Then I adjust and I did it again. So after 4 months later, I had double my income. And that's what I want you to understand. I didn't just double my income because I suddenly just worked twice as many hours. I doubled my income because I became better at the right thing. And when I look back now, I can simply see that what I did into four things. So I use my head, I use my hands, I use my mouth, and I use my ear. This is my methodology, my thing that I say to make you to remember. So first, I use my head. I think and decide who I want to become, what is my identity, what result I want. What do I need to learn to become that person? And then I use my hand to practice. I just don't just watch. I don't just learn. I use my hand to practice the skill until I actually can feel confident to do it. So now next that I use my mouth to communicate. Learn how to talk about what you do. Practice in your communication, consultation. Explain your recommendation and communicate the value that clients really want. So the next that I use my ear. I listen to your clients, listen to their problem, listen to their question, listen to their feedback, and listen to your result. Then ask what is working, what isn't, what do I need to improve. And then you go back to your head and start it again. So now I want you to bring this back to you. So recently I speak with a hairstylist, and she say she earn around 4,000 a month. Her goals is want to make 10K a month. So she wants it. She but she's not lazy. She's working. She's putting constant. She's thinking about her business. She's trying different things. But I noted something she was doing a lot, but she didn't know which thing was actually going to move her from 4K month to 10K month. So every day she wondered, should I post more? Should I learn another technique? Do I need more clients? I am not good enough. I am doing the wrong thing. And this is where so many hairstylists become stressed. You are busy all day, but you are not sure whether what you are doing is actually moving you toward into your goals. So your income goals need a skill goals. So I asked her, if you are making 4K month now and you want to make 10K month, what need to change? Because you cannot expect a different result while doing exactly what you create your current result. Think about it. If you want to become, if you are a nurse and you would want to become a doctor to get more pay, what did you do? You could learn, you could train, you could practice, you could develop the skill required to become a doctor. You wouldn't just say, I really want to be a doctor. The goals tell you where you want to go. The skill gap tells you what you need to learn to get you there. And that's what I want you to identify. So, what is your gap? Maybe it's your identity and confidence. You are already talent, but you are constantly telling yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm not ready. I can't change that. Then what's something you need to work on? Maybe it's your technical skill. You are struggling with blonde, brassy, taming, color correction, dark to blonde transformation. Then you are identified the gap, learn it, practice it. Maybe it's your consultation and communication. When you finish consultation and you're thinking, I didn't explain that very well, don't just turn that through it like I'm not good enough. Say, I have just identified something I need to learn. Maybe your technical work is amazing, but you are scared to recommend. You don't recommend home hair care. You don't confidently to recommend the right premium services. You don't rebook. You don't communicate the value. Then maybe that is your gap. So your gap is information. I really want you to remember this. Your gap is not evidence that you are failing. Your gap is information. It is showing you what you need to learn next. Instead of, I am a bad at consultation, say, I need to learn consultation. Instead of, I'm not confident with blonde, say, I need to improve this part of my blonde technique. Instead of, I'm terrible with selling, say, I need to learn how to confidently to communicate value and recommend what my clients need. Now you are not judging yourself, you are learning. So your daily 4-point check. Before I finish, I want to give you something very simple that you can start using today. If your goals to double your income, reach 10K a month, or achieve any another goals in your career and your life, ask yourself these 4 questions every day. Number one, did I use my head today? Did I refine myself who I am becoming? Did I make the decision that match that identity? Did I learn something that can move me closer to my goal? So number two, hand. Did I use my hands today? Did I actually practice something? Even 10 minutes. Don't just watch. Don't just save another Instagram video. Practice. Number three, your mouth. Did I use my mouth today? Did I practice communicating? Did I improve my communication, consultation? Did I explain my value? Did I confidently recommend what my client need? Again, practice those things. So number four, your ear. So did I use my ears today? Did I listen? What are clients asking for? What are they frustrated with? What do they love? What they are my result telling me? What can I do better? Some days you might realize I have used my head and my hand, but I am not using my mouth. Okay, tomorrow, working on your communication. Maybe you are talking all day, but you are not listening. Use your ear. Maybe you are consuming education constantly, but you are never practicing. Use your hands. Maybe you are doing everything, but you don't know what you are trying to become. Go back into your head, and it doesn't need to be take hours. Even a few intentional minutes every day can help you move into the right direction. Remember, head is design, hand is practice, mouth communicating, and ear listen. And repeat over and over and over every day. So, your action step. Now, I want you to write out two numbers. What you are earning each month right now, and what do you want to earn? Maybe now you earn 4K month and you want to earn 10K month. Now ask yourself, what is the bigger gap between the hairstylist I am today and the hairstylist capable of consistency create that income? Don't try to fix 10 things at once. Fit one bigger gap. Learn, practice, get feedback, improve, then move to the next one. Find your gap. If you are thinking, Young, I know I want to become a higher paid hairstylist, but I don't know what my bigger gap is. That's why I create my free quiz. That are you ready to become a higher paid hairstylist quiz? Take the quiz and find out which area you need to focus on next. And based on what your result, I will send you a free training to help you to start to improve that area. So instead of wasting your time trying to work on everything, you can start working on the right thing. Because I want you to remember, you don't need to become busier to become a higher paid hairstylist. You need to become better at the right things. So you can click to the sono below. If you're watching on YouTube, you click in description. If you listen on podcast, click into the show note below so you can take the free quiz and start to learn.